We continue the Maimer, Tovshin Aleph, Viyakhid Lebabenu, to unite our hearts. Ois Hey, page 25 in the Blue Book. You start off, Hey. Omnom, however, Tzorich Lehovin, Ba'emika Inyan Yaiser, we must understand the deeper distinction. The Eich Hev Shelachalik, how is it to differentiate? What is the distinguishing between Koichas HaNefesh, Legili HaNefesh, between the powers of the soul, the Kochas HaNefesh, and the Gilui HaNefesh, and the revelation of the soul? There has to be a deeper understanding between the revelation and the power of the soul. The kochas hanefesh emetzias gam behelamon, the gilui hanefesh ene betzias behelamon, which means the power of the soul, which exists even when they're in their concealed state, they still exist. While the revelations of the soul, which is the gilui of the soul, do not exist in the helam. Does not exist when it's in helam. That Yadua, since it's known, Sheyesh Inyan HaKoiches, about the essence of the soul, the existence of the soul, which we're going to explain, the Koches, which is the essence of the soul. When they are found, these Koches, this energy, which is in the very essence of the soul, Mamish. Masha etzam hanefesh. This is that the essence of the soul. Nose batzmusei, which means it encompasses, it has everything, it holds everything. Ba'atzmo, kol hakoches, all the potential, all the energy. Hainu, which means the kol hakoches, the kol hagilui hanefesh nimtzaim shama, which all of the powers and the revelations are contained in the etzem, in the essence of the soul. V'asham, and in that essence of the soul, kulam shavim, they're all equal, they're all on the level of equality, she'enu v'chiz mitzias klal, which means that all of them, doesn't matter which level it is, cannot be manifested in each distinct entity. It has to be that it's all in a different level, but they're all together. That means none could differentiate to say this is the etzem, and this is the kochas, and this is the gilui. The kochas and the gilui, ben the etzem, are the same. Because the kochas and the gilui are completely equal. And therefore, this is the truth, that in the essence of the soul, they are all found together, and they're all the same, and this is true within the essence of the soul. In the essence of the soul, it's true like this. And everything that's in the essence exists in a level of bli metzias, which is no existence, which is the Indian of existing without an existence, without being existing. We're going to explain later on, which is referring to the tzimtzum. In the tzimtzum that God contracts himself, you could find the idea of limitation in the idea of the tzimtzum, which is unlimited. However, it's not the level of his scholarless, that it could always be in a level of his scholar, that it could be his scholar, that it can be together in the level of integration. Why it cannot be in the level of integration? This, because the powers that are, it's not in the soul, it's not within the soul. And so therefore, the very essence of the soul is everything in itself. This that in the etzem it holds everything. This is all an example, a mashal that we said before, explained in the Oiden Soif. When it comes to the infinite light of godliness, before there was a tzimtzum, before there was the contraction of God's light, as is brought many times in the Chassidus places, and the Eitz Chaim, before the Chassidus existed, before it was disseminated into the world, there was the Eitz Chaim, there was the Harizal, and they brought the novel ideas of the tzimtzum. This idea of a tzimtzum, which was the contraction of godliness. It actually existed even before, and even then you can find it in the first book of Otavarishim. Fine, Sevi Yitzira. Fine, so versteht sich, Sham, hine Shosham Ma'alka b'Sev Kalam b'Shem Kechas HaGvul, Kech HaBligavul, Heili b'Shva Gemura. Which means that before the contraction, before they had the tzimtzum, the source of the powers, which was the limited Mamali Kalam, the limited powers, and not only that, the Soiviv Kalam, the unlimited powers, were in the power of limitation, which means that they were all together in, and they were completely equal to each other. The limitation and the power of the infinite. The power of the limitation, the power of the infinite, were all in the level of Eidin Seif before the Tzimtzum. The Mamali Kalamim and Seviv Kalamim, the level of Mamali and the level of Seviv, existed in the Tzimtzum itself. Like it says, the Eidin Seif Ulamayla Mayla Adin Kates, Lamatamata Adin Tachlis. That the infinite light, the Eidin Seif, is completely above, it's going to the highest level, extending infinitely, both upward and downward without end, prior to the contraction. Even before the Tzimtzum, you had the idea of the Seviv, that the Eidin Seif goes up to the highest level and then to the lowest level without any end. The Chol Zehu Lifnei Tzimtzum. However, this was all before the Tzimtzum. But after the contraction, after the level of Tzimtzum, they become two separate, distinct emanations. One is the infinite light, and one is the unlimited light, the limited light, the infinite and the finite light. And what is the analogy? You can understand from the powers of the soul, the kochas hanefesh. The kochas including manefesh, since the powers of the soul that a person has, they're included in the soul itself. The ein ze masha nefesh noises hakochas hagilim ba'atzmi ki masha kochas kulum ba'ir v'chayis kol shebenefesh. Not only that they're included within the soul, but it's not the same as the soul that has the kochas, that has the powers in the revelation. Rather, it's a level included in the general life and the vitality of within the soul. These are the levels that are included inside. And revealing this, and the power, the revelations, which is not the actual kochas, but it's the gilui of the kochas, the revelation of the powers, the reaching the potential. That's when they happen. They occur and they manifest. They go into the limbs of the body, the limitations, the limbs of the body. And therefore, that's where they go. Is Misgalus ha'atzmus. Im came ha'helim shalahem hu ha'atzmus the nefesh. B'sham ein b'chias b'tzias kla. Which means the concealment is however it was before. When it comes to the limitations, the revelations of the limitations, the revelations of the limbs of the body. So the kochas, the revelation of the powers, when they manifest in the limbs. So the concealment is there before such a revelation, before the concealment itself. The powers are there, they're existing in reality, but the general vitality, the kochas kalalim, as well as the rotzing, which we're going to bring over, the willpower, which manifests in a completely different way, as we explained before. So therefore, that has to be through the vessels, through the kalim. It has to be vislapshus through the kalim. Not only through the revelations of the vessels. This is the revelation of the essence. In the aspect of the revelation through the vessels, each is a revelation of the essence. Each one is Isgalus Atzmus. Okay? So therefore, Hahelim Shalahem, their concealment of each one, Hu Ha'atzmus the Nefesh. It's actually the essence of the soul. The Nefesh, V'shom ein b'chias b'tzias kal. Since it's the level of a Nefesh, the Atzmus of a Nefesh, and therefore it's not the level of Metzias Klal, it's not the level of a distinct Metzias, a distinct reality, a distinct state of being at all. And Metzias Klal, they're not a Metzias, they don't exist. Behind which means that the powers are misyachis. They are a level of associated with the will, with the ratzi. So if the kochas are together, miyachis, they are connected to the will. So therefore, we could find that they are existence of themselves. Therefore, you have no inyan of metzias. You have no shaykhs to metzias. Which means the inauguration is relevant. Integration is relevant. The will is associated with the essence of the soul, the essence of the soul. And there is no concept of integration. It is the essence of the soul that contains the powers and the revelations. And there, the concept of existence is not applied. And therefore, that's why the powers, the kochas, emerge from the concealment to revelation. This is why that therefore the kochas have some emergence from concealment to revelation. Which means that the will is a revelation of the essence. And the continuation, the amshachas of the koiches, the powers, is brought down by the hagdolas, by the expansion, by the bigger vessels, by the vessels growing bigger for it to hold. Because while they're included in the concealment, the concealment of existence, and their emergence, the amshacha, it's only from the concealment of revelation. this is only into the vessels to extend them. So it's only from concealment to revelation, as the vessels are bringing it down. However, when it comes to the rotzen, when it comes to the will, and the general vitality, the chayis klali, that do not emerge from this mehelim al agili, from the concealment to revelation. And so what are they? They are the level Ikim is galos o atzmus. It's the revelations of the essence in a be'erech. They're not dependent on the expansion of the ivorim, of the limbs. They need to they're not dependent on the expansion of the vessels. So, which means that the highest kalali and the rotzin are even a higher level than this hagdolas hakelim. That they're not messiachas to this hagdolas hakelim. That's what the Friedrich was saying. So what's the dogma? What's the mashal we can learn? The analogy we can understand. Yuval Amayla, so too we can understand. Mashal, what it says in the pasuk. It says in the pasuk that the wisdom, where can it be found? So where can it be found? The ayin, we read the pasuk me'ar chochma, and the wisdom me'ayin, from ayin timotzi, therefore it can be found. Which means, like the Zohar explains, it's not the level of keser, which because of the Zohar, pasuk hayesh havai b'kebenu imayin. Is there, based on what it says in the Zohar, is there a place for Hashem? Hayesh b'kebenu, is there a place for Hashem to dwell? Imayin, if not. If ayin, the level of ayin. Shirotzi lodas, which was that the question that they asked, the Jewish people asked, where can we find me'ez mokir nimshach hashef el yena? Where is the shefa? Where is the flow? Where is this abundance is drawn? Where is it drawn from? They want to know how yesh havai b'kebenu. Is there a level of havaya, of ayin? They want to know where can we get this hashpah, mashem mekablim, that which they're emanating from. Im yisversach chochma shnikra havaya. Im ayin is a level of chochma which is called havaya. The level of havaya is the level of chochma. Or it's the level of ayin shemekab mechinas erechampin, which comes from the level of erechampin, which is called ayin liya shazel gila atzmas ein insoy, which is the revelation of ein insoy. Which is the simplicity of existence, the simplicity of form. And therefore the wisdom that comes from nothing, this is found in Metzias. Hainu, which means this chokhmah that is found from nothing, it's not nothingness. Rather, it's a level of existence. It's a level of something that can be found. This is what it says, chokhmah hi koyachma. When we say that chokhmah is, what's chokhmah? If you were to break down the word chokhmah means koyach, the strength of ma. Of what? What is this term? What is this context? And so koyach, loshin koyach ma, loshin mahus, metzias dover. It's the idea of something being there. It has to be a metzias. However, liyais, since that it's coming from nothing, therefore the essence of it, of existence, is the absence of existence. Behind the Pnimis Chachma begins Ayin the Keser. Therefore, which is the deepest level of Chachma, is the level of Ayin of Keser. This is what Chachma means, the strength of what? That when it says Ma is explained in two things. When the word Mem Hey, you can explain two explanations. Two exact opposites. One is that there's a Mahus, there's an existence. And the other one is referring to the absence of existence, that it doesn't exist. So Ma could mean two things. One that it exists and one that it doesn't exist. Like Moshe says, V'anachnu Ma. And we're like nothing, we're like Ma. Yeah. The Chinas Bitul. The level of Bitul, complete nullification, that it's completely nullification of reality. And this is the two levels of Chachma. One that it exists, and one that it doesn't exist. And this is what the Pasuk says, that the wisdom, the verse says that the wisdom, from where will it be found? The Mitzvah, you have two levels. The Mitzvah, the Mitzvah, when you find something on the street, a lost object, you have two levels. When you walk on the street and you find something, and you don't know where it came from, so therefore you find it, you don't know where it came from. You find it in the level of something, and you don't understand where did this discovery come from. You do not know the source of where it came from. Yeah, so wisdom is found as a discovery, not knowing or grasping its source. Not only that, so not only do you not grasp this source, and also discovery, when you find something, you find it how it is. You don't find something changed, you find something how it was. By discovery, nothing changed in its etzem, in its fundamental. Nothing changed. This is a person lost something, so that same existence is found by another person. Which is, this is the deeper level, the pnimius of Keser, of Keser, of Chachma, which is the nothingness, the ayin of Keser. However, Chinas ayin the Keser, this level, the second level that we explained, the level of nothingness of Keser, of the crown, Shemamtzi is a Chachma, that brings forth, they can find the wisdom. It's not the essence of the crown. It's not the essence of the Keser. Rather, it's his galus of it's his galus of the Keser. It's a revelation alone. And since it's a revelation of it, it's not the essence of it. Yeah, so the essence of the crown. What's the essence of the crown? It's only level of Gizgalus. When you find it, it's only level of Gizgalus. The Etzma Keser, for the actual existence, essence of the crown, who marker the Chachma. That is the place and the source of Chachma. Yeah, that is where the Chachma comes. But only the revelation of the Keser, that's the marker for the Chachma, which is the source of the chain of the emanations of the Malikulam, the limited light, which is Ha'ayin the Keser Zel B'chinas Ein Sof. The level of Ayin of Keser, this higher level of Ayin the Keser, this nothingness of the Keser, of the crown, It's a level of the Soiv Kolm, which is the infinite light. There's two levels of Keser, and each one refers to the Mamali, and the other one refers to the Soiv. The higher level is referring to Soiv, the infinite light. Shena is calculus, because Soiv Kolm, as we said, explained before, does not come through divisions, but rather it comes through the level, since it encompasses all the world to be equal. Since it's a continuation, it's a revelation of the essence. Which is the revelation of that essence. And we're going to explain later on what does this two level of Mamali and Seiv have to do with us, and what is the punchline of the Maimer. What is the end result that we can take away from the Maimer to be continued.